guys, I'm Rebecca. You have a chance to win this DJI FPV drone, the case, and 2 batteries. We're gonna choose one of the next 100,000 subscribers to be our lucky winner. So please subscribe, good luck, and happy FPV.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Davis. Today I have something new. On the channel we have something called the Real Racer. This is a little tiny FPV car that you can drive around your house. It has options for multiple different style bodies that you can get for it. It doesn't have an adjustable camera, but it does have a 720p FPV camera on board. It has gyro assisted steering that you can turn on and off, which is super cool. It has suspension on here as well, which is neat. It has a little 2S battery in the very bottom down here. You take that out with a screwdriver, charge it up with this little USB cable, and you're off and driving for about a 25-minute drive time. The price on this on the Kobotics website is $149 for everything. You get everything from the FPV goggles, you get a 2.4 transmitter, the car itself, and you get the charger. So everything in one box for $149, but a little bit bigger than the Diatone Q33 that we raced and reviewed on the channel a while back. This one is a lot more fun because it's not just a tabletop car. This is one that you can drive around the house, jump the carpet, you could chase the cat or your wife or whatever. Have a lot of fun with this one inside the goggles or line of sight with a controller. So we had a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old today testing this one out. You guys can see for yourself how much fun they had with it. Let's go ahead and get started with the drive test. I want to say thanks to Martin K for sending us this copy, this sample of the Real Racer, a really nice looking FPV car for guys who want to just drive on the rainy days indoors and still do some FPV. Here we go, let's do a drive test with this, then I'll give you my final opinion on this one, see if it's worth 150 bucks. Here we go. So the FPV goggles do have focus and IPD adjustment, which is super nice. Next, you'll download the Real Racer app, connect to the Wi-Fi, and once you do that, you're pretty much ready to go. So you can do 2 ways. Mode 1, it's just the single view on the screen, or you can split it into 2 screens for FPV goggle mode, which now we're in the FPV goggles. And my little cousin here, he's gonna take the controls and see how he can do racing around the house. You can also record the video down to your phone and transfer videos over to your computer for video editing, upload to social media. And I gotta say the 720p looks pretty nice compared to some of the analog video RC cars that I've driven in the past. And this one, the resolution does look nice. It is a pretty good real-time view as well for, I mean, typically Wi-Fi is not so great, so I don't see a whole lot of lag in this video. And this is the video that was recorded straight down to the app, then transferred over to the phone. So I think the recording DVR on board is pretty good. And, you know, my little buddy here is able to kind of navigate around some of even the tightest spots in the house. And I think he was having fun just trying to see what he could drive under, where he could go with the car, and really kind of getting used to controls. You can also dial back the speed a little bit for more precise control under furniture. If you're racing, you can crank it way up and go really fast around a race course with other people. But having 2 or 3 of these cars would be a lot of fun. You can drive 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of these at the same time without having interference. It also makes it over carpet, which the Q33 from Diatone didn't have such a great time doing. But this one's a little larger with suspension as well. And over the carpet, it seemed to have a little bit less jello or bump in the video. You can still see where you're going with the suspension. So I think the idea of suspension on these cars is really good. And it can take some hits. The outside shell body really can bump into furniture, hardwood, and not have a problem. I really don't think you'll break this car. If you do, you're maybe doing jumps over things. But here, he's trying a little challenge with going in between the yarn there and the Lazy Boy. And he was able to scoot through there. I didn't even realize he was doing that when I was watching him drive the car. But here he comes back underneath more furniture, another chair, and he made it out. And here is where he gets really technical, driving underneath these 3 tables, antique tables, and made it underneath all 3 of them. So that's some pretty precise driving for a 10-year-old. I think I didn't even have to drive the car after this because he pretty much did all the things that I wanted to do in this video for you guys. But it does do some pretty precise slow driving, which is cool. So you can race it, or you can do some type of proximity course. If you had some kind of obstacle course you wanted to set up with the kids, you could do an obstacle course with a lot of precision, or you can just have some fun just driving it around. Free driving, it's really a lot of fun. And here he's trying to go underneath the furniture again. You almost could do inspection with this little guy, drive into small places and see things that you can't. Crawl under some object and see. Super neat. And both my little cousins love this car. Adina couldn't wait to get her hands on it and try it. She did get a try, and she did quite well too, as well, for someone that's 6 years old. We had a lot of fun with this, and you know, I think the best ages for this car probably be anywhere between like 6 and 12 years old, honestly, and older kids like myself. So we had a lot of fun doing it. Let's take some final thoughts on this car. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that drive test. That was a lot of fun. This little car, it's all about fun. Two ways you can have fun. Again, you can drive it line of sight just around the house as a little RC car, or you can strap on the goggles that come along with it and slap your phone inside the goggles. Now, putting my phone in there worked great. It was almost like I was looking at a pair of fat sharks. It splits up the display and it looks great on screen, and it actually looks better than analog video, which most of us are used to driving on these little RC cars. So I think the 720p camera on here looks really good. It's not adjustable, but with the field of view on here, you really don't need it to be adjustable. You can see the front end of the car, which I really like when you're driving. It also has proportional steering and really nice tires on here with full suspension. So front and back suspension makes it a really nice plush drive over top of carpet and stuff. So not quite as bouncy as the smaller ones. The battery's on the very bottom. You can get to it with a little tiny screwdriver that comes in the kit. Take that out. It recharges by this little JST USB charger. You can charge this from a battery bank or from a USB port on the wall, AC adapter. It has the Kubotix logo in front on the car, so there's some pretty cool detail in this car as well. The bodies look nice. They also have a white body that you can paint yourself, make up your own design. You've got like a little spoiler wing in the back. It kind of looks like Fast and the Furious from the back, so it looks more like some kind of a let's say like a Tesla from the front, and then Fast and the Furious from the back. So I like the detail across the back as well. Everything's nice and shiny on here, and these aren't stickers. This is actually printed into the body shell itself. The remote itself as well is on 2.4, like I mentioned in the beginning of the review, but it has vehicle adjustments from the controller. You can also start and stop the video from the controller, which is kind of cool. So if you're inside the goggles, you can see it on the screen. There's a little red dot that's going to be blinking inside the app, and it'll show a little camera on there as well. So real-time streaming is actually pretty good to the device, from the car to the device. And you can record. Again, you can record and share to multiple types of live streams. You can live stream this to Facebook. You can live stream it to Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, and any of other types of social medias out there. So that's pretty cool. Even to OBS software, if you wanted to live stream to your YouTube channel through OBS, you can do that too and set it up as another source. And then you can have live stream races across the internet, which would be a really neat thing. So the next big thing I thought was kind of cool that I haven't seen on other RC FPV cars is the fact that it has gyro-assisted steering. I've never even driven something with gyro-assisted steering, but it did seem to be pretty smooth and less robotic steering, let's say. So some of the cheaper RC cars out there, you know, they have pretty robotic steering. And for the size of this one, $150 is not super cheap. But what it does and what comes along with it in the box, all the printing on the box and everything else, it looks nicer than what I've seen come out from even some of the top FPV companies releasing RC FPV cars. So I'm pretty obsessed with this one, and if they keep making more cars, I'd love to review more, because I'd like to see a bigger version of one of these, you guys. So like maybe like a crawler or a truck or something like that would be super cool for Kubotix's next release on their website. I think that would be a fun project, and everybody loves trucks. So start out with a race car, you've got a hit with that. I think these will sell pretty well anywhere that you put these up for sale. I think people would have fun with them because the app is good, the car is good, the experience is good, and it's pretty much for all ages. So it was a lot of fun. I like to set up a course and maybe get another one of these cars to be able to race with my kids, because my kids are both 6 now, and we have another 6 and an 8-year-old that would love to join in the fun too. So a family affair, and that's what it's all about on the Camps channel. So it's awesome. It's perfect for us. But thanks again to Martin for sending me one over for review. I think this one is 5 stars because I love the body styling, the suspension on here, the camera view, and it does seem to look better than the analog FPV camera view. So, and it still looks pretty real time. So I'm all about it. I'm all about this one. 2 thumbs up, 5 stars for the Rail Racer. But thanks again. You can check out the link down below, guys. And I hope you do enjoy my channel. Please do subscribe or check me out on Patreon. I'm Justin Davis, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.